Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Hawk. We got some Crysis 3 gameplay, man, and I'm sorry guys because I said I was gonna upload more games of Crysis 3, but I haven't had time to be playing it because I've been trying to get some gameplays for Black Ops 2. And I find Black Ops 2 is much more easier than Crysis 3. Crysis 3 is hard. Man, when you're new, it is hard. And now that I've taken a 3-week break from it, or 2-week break, getting back into it's going to take me a little while, but I'll try to get some more gameplays, and I'm just going to review a little bit of what I think about the multiplayer. I haven't played the single player campaign as of yet, and hopefully I will, but I'm going to let you guys know a few things about multiplayer. So first of all, when you get on multiplayer, there's only maybe 1,000 or so guys in the playlist, so that's one thing that Crysis 3 does not have going for it. I think Black Ops 2, Battlefield, and every other FPS game has taken the wind out of Crysis 3's sails, and now it's very only a selected few that do game. There's no lag. I mean, sometimes it moves slow, but I think that's based on my PVR that slows down the gameplay. And there's something that is really important to being successful on multiplayer, and that is knowing when to go for. This is something that is important in any game, but even so more in multiplayer in Crysis, is that you gotta be really good at, there's two things you gotta master. It's aiming, map movement, and then there's knowing when to cloak to stealth, knowing when to cloak to shield, and knowing when to decloak. And that is a mind game, a meta game in itself. It takes some getting used to. You gotta know when you should be cloaked, you gotta know when you should approach uncloaked, when you should put on your shield. A noob class, everyone hate on people that use auto armor. I don't use it anymore. I don't know if I use it in this gameplay because I haven't really checked this gameplay for a while. Using auto armor is something that noobs do. The really good players don't really do it anymore. And I like the way the attachments are and unlocking them. It's really cool. But maybe Call of Duty should have a Crysis 3 unlock system or something like that. That would be awesome. Just the menu screens there. Oh my god, it's so sexy. Crysis 3 is sexy. But there's not enough people online. But once you figure out when to master, when to cloak, when to decloak, and when to shield up, you will be a beast. Hands down, you'll win more gunfights, and you'll win more one-on-one gunfights. Now another thing is that I mentioned is this is the thing that happens in every FPS game, is when you encounter more than one guy. So if you don't think this through, you will get raped. Sad but true. So you gotta think from the perspective of the situation. I'm gonna break down a couple situations for you guys. So number one, situational awareness. Number one example: you're jumping down. There's 3 guys running away from you, and they're not cloaked, or maybe one of them is cloaked, the other 2 guys aren't cloaked. You can see the last guy that's cloaked, so you run up behind him, you try to shoot him, you try to knock him out with the power punch or something, or execution. You get him, and then you try to spray down the second guy, and then the 3rd guy turns around and shoots you. Now, what you should have done, probably kill the first guy, back around, try to flank them from the left or the right if possible, but not try to meet them head on. You want to get them from the side. Man, when you meet people head on in this game, or in any game, it's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna win. If you have damage on you, if someone hit you with a couple bullets before, and that's not even the person that you're facing, then you have less than a 50% chance of winning that gunfight. If they have flash grenades, stun grenades, then you have a less than a 50% chance of winning that gunfight. That's why you do not go against people head on. You always take them, this kind of sounds like a gay thing, you take them from behind. You take them on from behind or from the side. That's what she said. But anyways, head on, face-to-face gunfights. You're not gonna get long streaks. You're never gonna get your maximum radar. You're never gonna get your, not maximum radar. You're never gonna get your maximum magnitude. You're never gonna get your Ceph gunship or whatever. Going one-on-one, face-to-face every single time with guys, or one-on-3. You're never going to, unless you are some kind of monster at Crysis, but your nano suit's probably going to be running on empty for the whole match. So that's why I think it's important to flank, 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 and know when to go stealth. The thing about stealth is that if you shoot a guy in stealth and he drops out of it, tries to put on his shield, he's going to have less energy in his suit, so he'll die faster, because his suit will run out of power. So it's very easy to kill guys in stealth. Very easy because they get surprised. Even if you see them, that thing is, if you can see them. That's another mechanic in Crysis 3 that is really, it's frustrating for new players, just because it's really hard to identify targets that are just cloaked. So sometimes you may have to sit there, not in the corner. I'm not condoning you going and sitting in the corner, but I'm saying you gotta really watch your surroundings. Look for the shadows. That's how you identify stealth players. So when you're walking around, look ahead. Look if you see a shadow moving, if there's sunlight or the rays are shining. Rays of the gameplay sun are shining, I should say. The sun. Look for shadows, and that will help you identify cloaked enemies as well. If you have, there's a perk which you can unlock, level up, and it will show enemy footsteps when they are, I think, stealth mode, I believe, and it shows direction. And it will, actually no, it shows for uncloaked, sorry, enemies. And that's a perk you should try to get, because you can show them they'll show their footsteps before they cloak up. So that's a good thing to have. And man, I had to say, when I was playing Crysis, it was enjoyable, but none of my friends own it, so I can never get in a party with guys. Nobody really talks trash on Crysis 3 because not too many guys have headsets. The maps are beautiful, but I wish I had went to buy this game in store. I bought it on the online version, downloaded it to my hard drive, and there's some frame rate issues with it, so that's why I haven't really been eager to pick it up again for a little while. The maps take a little while loading up, but when it does play, it plays pretty smooth sometimes. Well, I'd say like 80% of the time, but the other 20%, there is a noticeable frame rate drop, and I think that's because I have too much stuff on my hard drive on my PS3 maybe, or maybe because the visuals are so awesome that the PS3 can't handle them anymore. And you really need the next consoles. Man, Crysis 4 on the PS4 is going to be like a visual orgasm. Like, you guys are going to be like, oh my god, it's so awesome, woo! You know, you're going to be mind blown. And I don't know what system, it runs on Crytek, but maybe the Unreal 4, I mean, the Unreal Engine, the new upgraded one for PS4 is pretty awesome as well. Man, there's a lot of, man, Call of Duty needs to update their engine, because Crytek engine, DICE engine, Unreal engine, those are going to be beasts on the new system. They are going to be able to play games at really good frames per second, really good visuals. So Call of Duty is going to have to, the people at Activision, they're going to maybe have to code for, you know, those new consoles, and they're going to have to upgrade the graphics substantially. I don't want to see some cartoon friggin' Call of Duty shit when I'm playing it on the new consoles. I'm not paying $65 for Call of Duty cartoon, you know, graphics. I want to see some good graphics and good fast-paced gameplay. And I know Crysis 3 is gonna deliver that. I know Battlefield 3 is gonna, Battlefield 4. I mixed up there. Sorry guys. I know Crysis 4 and Battlefield 4 are gonna get delivered with that. They're gonna deliver some good graphics. Can Call of Duty keep up? I don't know. But I know a lot of guys are still gonna buy Call of Duty. But I'm looking at Battlefield 4 like, you know, with my eyes are wide open, and I'm getting ready for it. And Crysis 4, I just hope that they market the game a lot more, market the multiplayer as an enjoyable experience, because there's not enough guys on Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 online. There's not enough guys in the community, and not many YouTubers even want to play it. So they don't even want to showcase it because there's not enough guys online. And the guys you're going up against trying to get gameplays, they are tryhards, and they're the guys that play the game all the time. So you'll run into these guys repeatedly. So, and they're max level, they have everything unlocked, and they have, in Crysis 3 there's so many dog tag stuff you can unlock, so many different challenges, so many different pictures, and it's awesome. It's the customization is really cool. The create class screen, really cool as well, and the fact that you can put on attachments in game, that is the game breaker right there. That is awesome. You don't like your attachments you have, change them on the fly. Battlefield 3 didn't even do that. You have to get to the menu screen and do it in game. Call of Duty doesn't have it at all. But Crysis 3, you can change your attachments on the fly, just like a real soldier would in the battlefield. That's awesome. That's awesome. So hopefully Call of Duty can implement something like that. Maybe Battlefield 3 can implement something like that, and that would be really, really cool. Like, you don't like, you have a ACOG sight on your gun, you don't think it's a really good way to win gunfights, you just click the button, choose no suppressor, click the button, go back to using a grip, you know, fast mag, extended clip. That's a really, really an innovative idea, and it should have been in games a long time ago, but guys never really thought about doing it. So hopefully we see that in later games. Hopefully I see more guys online in Crysis 3. I'll get a few gameplays up for you guys later on. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching the whole video. I love you guys. Take care. Peace and Moabs. Random.